And with us now is NewsNation law and justice contributor and former special agent with the FBI, Jennifer Coffindaffer. Jennifer, thanks for joining us on this.
Thank you for having me.
I want to get your take on this because we just heard from that lawyer in Mills Hayes' piece just now. He says he does not expect there will be any charges. He also said, I don't know where this hysteria and this fear-mongering is coming from. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, when you look at this case, this is right on the heels of another foiled plot in Michigan involving that Army National Guard member. And what was charged there was attempting to provide support to a foreign terrorist organization. And that is so broad, 18 U.S.C. 2339, basically saying, listen, if you're providing ammunition, training, guns, or anything in furtherance of such a crime, and ISIS is at the head of that, in other words, if they're doing it on behalf of ISIS, that would be your charge. So this is going to come down to whether they can prove that connection or not.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the lawyer is doing his job. He's basically saying he thinks that this is a whole lot of nothing. This is probably a nothing burger. How are you assessing this as some scant details are starting to come in?
Well, anytime you have a group of individuals that are plotting in these chat rooms and then they are going to firearms ranges, they're quick loading weapons, they have semi-automatic AKs, you have a problem there. And thankfully this was thwarted. We didn't want to sit back and watch and see, geez, is this actually going to happen? It was good that the FBI took the appropriate steps to stop the plot.
Let's take a quick listen to what President Trump had to say about the actions of the FBI.
More details on the FBI thwarting that terrorist attack in Michigan that was set to happen over the weekend, Halloween weekend. The FBI
We're catching people before they ever start. Yep.
Yeah, Jennifer, how exactly does the FBI find out about something like this in these obscure chat rooms or these, groups of people online? How do they even know what they're looking for?
Well, multiple ways. First of all, they have an entire intelligence group that is strictly looking at what chat rooms are involved with possible ISIS nexuses, and they are monitoring those, I can assure you. They also are monitoring information they receive from individuals in mosques. What is going on behind the scenes, one-on-one, where people are discussing plots. So there is a huge infiltration of this sort of information by FBI agents going on daily.
Yeah, and let's talk about some of these individuals. Two suspects now under arrest, 16 to 20 years old. And the FBI says they believe they have ties to ISIS. With groups like that having so much online access, I mean, how big of a risk is ISIS's reach to our nation's youth, or Islamic radicals to our nation's youth? And how would you suggest, parents deal with this as they're teenagers at home? They just think their kids are gamers. I mean, they're into video games.
Well, this is huge, the change that has happened over the last couple of decades, because previously people would actually travel to the Middle East, and that is where they would become more radicalized. But now with everything going on online, they're getting radicalized over the internet. And that is the difficulty. And as you said, how can a parent even understand that that is going on? It comes down to monitoring what chat sites they're on.
Yeah, what would you recommend for parents who are concerned about things like this?
Well, what typically happens is you see an alienation of those individuals from the family unit. They start living off with other individuals. They're going to the firearms range instead of going to school. They're not involved in their family anymore. Anytime you see a situation like this, it takes an intervention to correspond with them and to talk with them and to make sure that they are not heading off into this radicalized mindset.
Jennifer Coffindaffer, appreciate the time as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.